is just a touch. This is just a touch. What's up, baby? This is just a touch. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? This is just a touch. Y'all hear that? Y'all are listening to the Just a Touch of J podcast show, baby. Y'all know I gotta put it out there in pieces for you, right? Going over to making Lemon-B's kitchen, baby. She y'all down like the Just a Touch of J. Y'all like that? I just wanna talk to y'all for a little bit. Go on over to my name is RONI76 on Instagram, baby. Y'all know I gotta put it out there in pieces for you, right? You're listening to the Just a Touch of J podcast show, baby. And check me out on Beat Break Radio, 87 FM. Y'all hear that? This is Just a Touch of J. Hey y'all, this is Just a Touch of J. What y'all out there doing? Oh my gosh, listen, this is my 21-day challenge of podcasting. Yeah, I'm going to be sharing my journeys and everything with y'all, so make sure y'all listen, all right? Episode is up next. Hey y'all, this is Just a Touch of J, and I'm coming at you, getting ready to put it all out there in pieces, baby. What's cracking with my babies, huh? What y'all out there doing? What are y'all out there doing? Oh my gosh, y'all out there living your best life. Doing what it is that you do. Oh my gosh, I know y'all out there being thorough and wise and doing what it is that you do. And why do I tell you that I know that y'all are out here being so thorough and so wise, baby? Why do I tell y'all that? Oh my gosh, you already know. The first reason is because God made you that way. Yes. Shout out to you, God. Oh my gosh. He's rewarded to those who diligently seek him. He is just so thorough and so wise. Like God is. Thank you, Jesus. Yes. So what is the second reason why I tell y'all that I know that y'all are out there being so thorough and so wise, baby? Come on, say it with me. Y'all already know. Because y'all are out there listening to me, man. And this is Just a Touch of J. You got to be thorough and you definitely got to be wise if you out here listening to me. Because y'all know I put it out there in pieces for you. So, Lord. There's a third thing that I always tell y'all too, right? You know what it is. I gotta give a shout out to these haters, these naysayers, these disbelievers and all of that, because look, this is Just a Touch of J, look, you have to, okay? And what do I say to these haters, y'all? Come on. Y'all can say this one with me. You want to say it on 3? You ready? 1, 2, 3. Hi, haters, cause y'all need this to work too. Yes, y'all need this work too. Now listen, if you're just coming over to the whole Just a Touch of J experience and you like, wait a minute, hold on. What's up with this girl over here giving a shout out to her haters? She's talking about something, I gotta give a shout out to my haters too. What's up with all of this? This is Just a Touch of J. Let me put it out there in pieces for you, right? So look, when you out there shining on them, living your best life, doing what it is that you do, shining bright like a diamond. Yes. What happens is God put you out there in pieces for him. All right, look, let me go ahead and let me open up my word, my Bible, for those of y'all who Bible scholars who are not, but whatever. This is Just a Touch of J. I got to put that out there in pieces for you. We're going to go all over to Matthew. Yeah, we're going to go on over to Matthew. Right, and this is what Matthew says. In Matthew. Right, I think it's Matthew 4, Matthew 5. I've been giving y'all this goodness. And now I'm all like, what's up with these pieces? Okay, here we go. It is in Matthew 5, right? It says, ye are the light of the world. right? You're the light of the world, right? 5:14, okay? And then in 5:16, it says, let your light so shine before men, right? That's what it says. It says, let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So I got to shine bright, 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 bright like a diamond, right? I have to. I got to let that little light on the inside of me shine bright. So look, here's a scenario, one of them that I always use. Just imagine you being in your room chilling. You know, you fall asleep and you feeling all good about yourself and everything, you know, and then all of a sudden you sleeping and you just you in that deep sleep, okay? You know, you pass REM sleep and everything. You just out. Somebody come in the room, hit that light, bam. You like, what the heck? They wake you up. Okay, y'all hear that? This is just a touch of J. Pay attention. They wake you up. The light wakes you up. Okay? And you trying to figure out what's going on. You like, what is going on? This light is so bright. It's shining so bright. You wake up, you know, because when you in the dark, right? The light, okay? It does something to you when it come on. It kind of disturbs you. It kind of wakes you up. You like, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on? You know? That's like me. All right? See, I'm shining bright like this diamond. And what God does is when you shining bright, He uses you sometimes to wake people up. Okay? This is just touch it, baby. I'm just trying to put this out there in pieces for you. So basically, God got me out there shining, right? And right now, you know, I'm going through some health issues and things like that. You know, I got some stuff going on. You know, and God's bringing me through. But as He's bringing me through, right? He got everybody looking at it, all the pieces, because I'm shining so bright. So they're like, wait a minute, is that my girl over there shining? No, that my girl that shine. What's going on? What's going on with JV, Ronnie? You know, Veronica, you know, Jill, what's going on? Oh my gosh, she lost her weight. You know, what's going on? You know, she look a little ill. I don't know. But then again, she don't. Like, you know, but her voice is just so vibrant and just so. But then, you know, I don't know. You know, He's putting me out there in pieces for you, baby. Okay, because this is what His word says. He says, I'm going to anoint your head with oil, Veronica, okay? And your cup's going to run over. I'm going to prepare a table for you in the presence of your enemies, all the naysayers, all the disbelievers. I'm going to put you out there in pieces for them, right? And I'll make your enemy your footstool, okay? And everything going to be what it is. And they're going to have to actually see God's glory through all of that. And this is just a touch of J. Sometimes God does that. He does it just like that, you know, so you can get these pieces, baby. So this is what I got to say to y'all. I have to say, hi, haters. You know, my naysayers and my disbelievers and all them people, you know, that don't know what it is that I do, or God does, you know, He's trying to show you. So I got to say, hi, haters, because y'all need this work too. Yes, y'all need this work too. You know, never be upset with your haters and your naysayers and your disbelievers, because all they do, they just need that work too. They just need to see it. But perhaps if you do get upset about it, skate on over to the Just a Touch of J app. Yeah, you know, and blackvibes.com and all that type of stuff up in the links and all my bios up in my link tree. Just want to throw that plug out there real quick and get yourself that Haters Passion drink. Yeah, I created a drink. It's called the Haters Passion drink. You know, because haters, they hate with a passion. And, you know, it'll help you, you know, along the way. Drink some, because I can't have them right now at this moment. But I will drink a little Haters Passion drink one day. You know, again, you know, like I said, this is just a touch of J. You know, I just put it out there in pieces for you. But you need that. Grab it. Fix it for your haters, too. It'll help them calm down and relax. All right, so look. We're going to skate on over to the left, to the left, to the left. So I can shine bright. Bright, bright, bright like a diamond. All right, now look. We got to talk about, my name is RONI76 on Instagram, baby. Have y'all been going over there? Yeah, mama been dropping a dime on y'all, you know. Y'all know I got a story to tell like Biggie, but look, that's later. But I just been dropping a dime on y'all, putting little videos and stuff out there, and I wanted to give y'all another video, but God said, wait, don't do it right now. Do it like at the end of the week, because you're going to look different. I'm like, oh, all right, you know, look, this is just a touch of J. I'm listening to you, baby. You know, that's what I told God. I said, look, all right. You know, but I have been putting out little stuff out there. Like today, it's this post God sent me to tell you all about that I put out there. That you know that the fact that you know that you have a problem should let you know that you have an answer. Oh, That's not what I'm going to talk to y'all about. But, I got some stuff that I'm going to throw out there in pieces for you, baby. And I've been showing y'all my fitness clothing line and just all type of stuff. Just put stuff out there in pieces, all right? It goes on. My name is RONI76 on Instagram. And it shoots on over to the Facebook page, Just a Touch of J Facebook. So if you don't got Instagram, because everybody don't got Instagram. It's a lot of people around the world. Like, shout out to you, Kevin. Yes, my guy that does my clothing and all that type of stuff. I got some people in Japan and China that's doing some stuff for me in Europe and things like that. Okay. And when they're doing this stuff, okay, sometimes, they just don't be communicating, with Instagram and certain stuff like that. Like some of them just, I only like Tumblr, I only like Facebook. People out in Africa, they listen to me through all different streams and they follow all different type of social media outlets. So if you're one of those people who don't like Instagram, check out the Facebook, check out the Tumblr, check out the Twitter. This is Just a Touch of J, baby. I put it all out there in pieces for you, okay? But it starts off with my name is RONI76 on Instagram, baby. All right, now look, skating on over to the left, to the left, to the left, so I can shine bright and do what it is that I do, baby. And we're going to talk about making love in V's kitchen. Have I been making love in V's kitchen? Yeah, no. I've been eating a lot of turkey, child. Let me tell y'all how I ate these 2 big old turkey breasts today, child. It was like 1,000-something calories up in there. This is just touchy. I don't know how I did it, but I was just so hungry. Any y'all out there hungry? Child, but I do have some other recipes and things like that. And God been laying some stuff on my heart, with some pears and this little coconut stuff that I do, baby, So we gonna see. We gonna see how it turns out, okay? Like I said, this is Just a Touch of J. I'm coming up out of this thing. So, I'm going to be making love in V's kitchen for you very shortly, okay? And then, I had to leave out of my house because of the whole mold issue. Yeah, check that out. My name is RONI76 on Instagram, baby. There's a lot of stuff going on over there. But, I'm not in my home now, So, I've been making love in V's kitchen, but, just doing what it is that I do, baby. So look, how about this one right here? How about we skate on over and we start talking about the Just a Touch of J app? Yeah, I usually give y'all the fitness thing first, but I'm so excited. So the app is finally working. Thank God, child. Had to submit it to Apple. Apple finally finished it. Yeah, Apple finally finished it. So now it's in the App Store, updated version, but I'm still doing some extra stuff, a lot of extra stuff to the app. Okay, but download the Just a Touch of J app. Y'all can listen to the podcast for free and all that other stuff on there. Anything that you need is on Just a Touch of J app. You got your food, you got your inspiration. Mama's starting to do all the stuff that she was doing before, giving y'all inspirational Tuesdays, the fitness Mondays, Wednesday food recipes and stuff. Y'all know I got a whole bunch of recipes and a whole bunch of food stuff, okay, that I could put out there in pieces for you. So make sure you're paying attention to that. We're going to be going back to podcast Thursdays, and then Fridays we're going to have some juicy stuff going on. Oh my gosh, then I'm going to be giving y'all the tea for the week. Make sure y'all listen to episode 19. I throw a lot of that tea out there, some of them secrets, the celebrity secrets and stuff that I be finding out. Oh my gosh, this is Just a Touch of J. It's called Be Called. What's the 411? And y'all can listen to that out there on Beat Break Radio. Yeah, y'all know I'm going to be doing Beat Break Radio. Yeah, doing an entertainment segment. It's going to be at the top of every hour. So make sure y'all check that out. This is Just a Touch of J. Like I said, you know how I put that thing out there in pieces for you. Then you got the Just a Touch of J show, airing at like 12 o'clock midnights, where I'm going to be talking to y'all about all that sexiness and all that you do, what it is that you do, baby, on the late night. Yes, I'll be giving y'all that love. Like the Donnie Simpson BET back in the day vibe. You had to love making music and all that, baby, because this is Just a Touch of J. Y'all know I know how to put it out to your pieces. So look, let's talk about the Just a Touch of J fitness line. Okay, Jay's fit and Taylor's fit. his fit till it fits him, you know. But Jay's fit, I had put that out there on My Name Is RONI76 on Instagram. I put that thing out there for y'all. Ladies, thank you so much for the purchases, you know, and guys and whoever was purchasing. Yes, baby. I love it. I love it when y'all go ahead and y'all tell me how y'all like the fitness pieces and stuff. You know, we got the thigh shapers, the waist shapers. We got all type of stuff going on. And look, they hit me up like they so excited, you know, like to do my new stuff that I got coming out for y'all. Oh my God, it's just gonna be so thorough and so wise. So be patient because I have to put it out there in pieces for you. Okay, pieces, because they Jay's pieces. All my pieces, Jay's fit. All right. Now, have I been working out on my pieces? Not really. I know I told y'all I was gonna be working out this week, but look, it's only Tuesday. Okay, so just give me some time, all right? Don't mean I ain't gonna work out. I just been doing a lot. Because since they found that mold in the house and stuff, like I ain't been able to be there. And I've been moving around and I was at one place and I had to leave another place. Because guess what? It had some mold up in there. But you know I got a story to tell like Biggie. That's later. Okay? But this is just a touch of Jay. I swear I'm trying to get these pieces together for you. Now, look, is there anything else that I got to tell y'all? Oh, yeah. I got to tell y'all about this piece. The Just a Touch of Jay cannabis papers. Yeah, so look, I'm a marijuana grower, okay? So y'all know that, you know, 4 strains, y'all gonna be able to get that and go up into the smoke shops and stuff. Y'all be able to get my little cannabis oil and all that. But right now, I put out my first premiere, numero un, okay, French European rolling papers, the cannabis papers, you know. And guess what they call y'all? All you need is just a touch of the J. Touch of the J. Touch of the J. Touch of the J. Y'all like it when I do it like that? Yeah, it's a song that I did. Too. Make sure y'all check that out. I got Drake on it. You know, his remix with the laugh, what is it called? Laugh Now, Cry Later. Yeah. Like I said, just touch it, baby. You go ahead and use them papers. You might laugh down, cry later. But, all right, they thorough and they wise. Make sure y'all check them things out. Linktree up in the bio. I showed you what they was about. Oh, My Name Is RONI76 on Instagram. But you can just purchase them on anything that I got going on. Google it. Okay, they call all you need is just a touch of the J. That's it. Okay. King Slim's magnetic booklet, thorough and wise. All right. Now I think that's it. This was just a touch of it, baby. I just had to put some stuff out there in pieces for you. That's all. So I got a story to tell like Biggie. And guess what? This is episode 21 of my 21 days of podcasting. Yeah. So look, I made it. I made it. You know that song by Marvin Sapp? Never would have made it. I never would have made it without you. Without y'all. Y'all helped me along the way, man. These 21 days of podcasting. Yeah, I did it. So let's talk about what I learned. Oh my gosh, I learned so much. So today I woke up and I started my day, right? And I had to leave out of one place because, child, remember I told you I had to leave out of my place because I had the mold issues. Child, how the heck they put me up in this fabulousness? And then it was like a mold issue, child. Yeah, something had with the garbage disposal and up underneath of it, it was like mold growing, child. This is just a touch of J. I'm like in there smelling like, what in the heck? You know, living what that is that I do. Living good, you know, just chilling. Nice, amazing place. Child had to move up out of there because it was like mold was like attached to the child up underneath the sink where the garbage disposal was. The holes had mold all over it, girl. And guys, look, it was just crazy. So I had to get up out of there and I had to go somewhere else. Then we had to go to a couple Whole Foods. Just all type of stuff was going on. Just everything was just acting up today. But God is good. And we got it all straight. And I'm somewhere else now. And I'm feeling good. And I'm having an amazing day. You know, like I said, doing what it is that I do. I tried the new stuff today, the Toxic Prevent. Okay, now it has colostrum in it. Now, I don't know if y'all know what colostrum is. But colostrum is like, it comes from the cow, but it's just like the, it's like breast milk, basically, what babies get. You know, and it kind of like made me like a little, because it kind of got like a little lactose in it or whatever. But other than that, I was okay. And God just let me know, your body just got to get used to it. That's okay. You'll be all right. Continue taking it. Don't stop. So I took, you're supposed to take 2-3 times a day. So the first day today, I just took 2, and then I took another 2. Okay, because I'm just trying to get my body used to it. And then tomorrow I go up on my antibiotics. So my doctor actually wanted me to take the Bactrim. I told y'all I'm taking that. It's really 800 milligrams that I'm supposed to take 2 times a day. But she started me off with 400 and then 400. I had to split it. So we talked today. We had a nice appointment and over the phone. And what she basically said to me is that instead of going up to do that whole 800 and 800, because that's like 1600, baby. And this is just a touch of J. I'm taking like quite a few things, So, they're like herbal supplements. Nothing like, no prescription. The only prescription is the antibiotics. But we don't want to do too much to my system at one time. So, and plus I'm taking 2 vitamins now, all that type of stuff. So, what we're going to do is 600 and 600. So we had to get like a pill cutter and, all of this stuff. So we're going to go up on that tomorrow and I'm going to be fine with that, So this is just a touch of J. That's basically some of those pieces, and I got to store it and sell like Biggie because I got to tell y'all what I learned through this whole thing. Yeah, I figured I was sitting up here and I was like, God, what I'm going to talk to him about? I took like 2 naps and I was waking up and I was like, should I eat again? I don't know. I ate a lot today and I was just like, what? I'm going to kind of fall back and chill. But what you want me to talk to him about? And he said, I want you to tell him what you learned. Anybody out there telling people what they learned? Like, seriously, let me sip on some of this water, yo. I can't sip on that tea, but I can sip on this water. Hold on. That's some good water, child. I had to put that out 10 pieces for you. So look, this is what I learned. Okay. Let me get to that thing so I can explain it to you. I love my baby. So look. So I did 21 days of podcasting, right? So at first, I was a little nervous as I was like, oh my gosh, I hadn't done it in a while like that, like straight, like just constantly just doing it. I didn't know what to think, what to really talk about, nothing. Every day, I just knew I was getting better and better in every way. And I just knew that I had to tell you guys what I was going through because God was like, somebody is out there going through some stuff too. And I want you to share your testimony. I want you to walk them through this journey. So, I committed to it. I said, all right, God, every day that I had to do it, I said, God, let me know what to tell your people, what you want. And as I started talking, he just would reveal it to me. Okay? Most of the time, that's just how it goes. I just be getting these downloads and I just be telling you. All right, so there was day 1 through 20, because today is 21, right? So I learned that things get juicier day by day. Like juicier. Yeah, like seriously, like where you like, oh my gosh, let me find out what happened today. Like you want to listen to just a touch day. Like things was getting juicier day by day. Like in my life, like it was just changing day by day. It was just something else. Sometimes when you're in the situation, you don't really look at the fact that it's really getting juicier day by day. But when you start telling everybody else it, you can kind of see that. So I guess that's one thing that I learned, okay? The second thing that I learned how to do was record videos. Yeah, because I was always like, I don't want to say camera shy, but I was not one of them people that was just trying to get in front of the video. Like, yeah, I'm out here, like even with working out and stuff like that. Like that wasn't me, and even when I showed my food, I don't like to show my food. You'll see my hands, but you won't see me because it's all about my food. It's all about Making Love in V's Kitchen. I never wanted it to be about me. I didn't want people to be looking at me. And, I don't even like when guys like my photos and my pictures. They be like, you so cute and you beautiful and all that. Like, thank you. But I just don't like people gawking at me. Like, I've never been like that, trying to seek attention that way or just put myself out there in pieces. So I learned that I could put myself out there in pieces in the most rawest form. You know, I'm on there with my scarf on, y'all. I'm telling y'all everything. I'm on there crying when I'm outside, child. This is just a touch of J. I like came into myself. You know, like I learned that it was okay to be vulnerable in that way and put it out there in pieces for you. So that was dope. And I'll be doing that more. I'm going to really, really let y'all see how this healing thing is going. Okay, so stay tuned because the video things is going to be popping off. So I learned that about video recordings, right? I also learned, I'm sorry, y'all. I also learned about secret confessions. Yeah, I had some secrets that I told y'all in some of the episodes and stuff like that. Right there, which is kind of a secret. Like y'all didn't know that about me, you know. So I learned to just be more vulnerable. Like I said, put myself out there in pieces, and that it was okay to even share some of my secrets and my confessions. You know, about what I was currently going through, like how afraid I was, and how it's okay, and you know things that how you transition through different things in your life. Yeah, so I learned to do that. So that was kind of dope. What else? Especially about my past. I told y'all a couple of past secrets too. I learned too that you can't despise small beginnings. Yeah, like seriously, because these is baby steps, okay? Like I told y'all, like I literally was bodybuilding for like 6 months, okay? 400 upper body movements, 400 lower body movements, 400 ab movements. I'm out here living my best life, you know, thinking I'm eating well and everything. And then I got all this stuff to go wrong in my system. And then I got to start doing these baby steps like a little baby, you know? And I'm like, this, wait a minute, because, you know, I couldn't walk. I couldn't see y'all. Okay, like seriously, like my vision was messed up, like my memory was messed up, like I couldn't remember songs and just everything. Like I was really jacked up, you know, but the small beginnings, the baby steps along the way, I learned really you can't despise small beginnings because they take you to the next step and to the next step. So if anybody's out there and y'all going through that, you got like small beginnings and things like that, please don't despise that. Don't despise, you know, and be afraid to put yourself out there in pieces. Don't be afraid of, you know, past secrets and stuff like that. And just know every day is getting juicier and juicier, baby, okay? This is just a touch of J. I'm trying to put all this out there in pieces for you, okay? Now look, what else did I get? Definitely understand that the high haters, I need this work too. I learned that, right? Because when I came back and I started doing podcasting, you know, because now I'm really like understanding who God is in my life. And that's a major thing. I think that should have been number one. But I really have got really more in tune with God. Like I'm really listening to the things that he's saying and things like that. But when I came back, I was like, I don't know if I should still be saying high haters, I need this work too. And God was like, no. Go ahead. That's what you do. That's what you say. They do need this work too. You know, the naysayers, the disbelievers and stuff like that. You know, it's just a little comedy behind it. It's okay. Be just a touch of J. Put it out there in pieces for them, okay? So I learned that was okay. You know, I wanted to tell you all that because I was a little like, at first I was thinking, should I change it up? God, like, no, be you. So I'm like, okay, that's dope, you know, because y'all need this work too, right? I also learned that I had to be strong and very courageous, and I told y'all that. Anybody out there feeling like they don't know how to be strong and courageous? Yeah, like I learned that through the trials and through the baby steps and stuff, I have to be strong and very courageous. Like when you're transitioning out of something into something, period, just in life, you have to be. Like, what's that scripture that God gave to me? Joshua. Where he's actually telling you, Joshua chapter 1, if you go into verse 5, it starts all there. It says, there shall not be any man that should stand before thee all the days of thy life, right? God says, as I was with Moses, so will I be with you. I will not fail thee. But he keeps telling us in that whole chapter, in 6, be strong and of good courage. Then he tells you in 7, only be strong and of good courage, right? He just keeps trying to tell you to be strong and of good courage. He tells you again in 9, to not be afraid, neither be dismayed, for the Lord God is with you, right? And will be with you wherever thou goest. So I learned that. I actually learned that, you know what? The reason why he's telling us to be strong and very courageous is because it's a lot of things out there that's trying to take our strength. Yeah, it's time to check our strength. Like this issue that I'm going through, Lord God. Today I was just crying, just telling my daughter, like, first of all, it makes you very emotional, okay? And it's not like something that you can control because your adrenal glands and things, they're not doing these things that they're supposed to do. So sometimes you're just like that, right? And I'm already emotional, y'all know. This is just a touch of that. Y'all didn't know me. That's already been me, okay? I love expressing how I feel, all right? But I learned that being strong, being very courageous was part of that. That it was okay to be that way. People had, laughed at me when I was young and things like that because that's how I was. But I really learned that it was okay. And I learned that, things really try to take your strength when you're out here and you're transitioning and you're going through different steps in your life, especially healing from health issues. Yeah, I learned that. Yeah, so that was dope. Anybody out there going through that? Like you just kind of like struggling? I want to encourage you and let you know, just be strong and be very courageous through it. Because that's all it is. It's just the enemy trying to take your strength away. Just keep that pushing and keep it popping. All right, look, this is just such it. Let me go ahead and finish these pieces. What else did I learn? Okay, that the battle is not mine, it's God's. Yeah, because at first I was thinking it was mine, kind of. Oh my God, what did I do? What's going on? Like how? And then God started letting me know, like, the battle is not yours. It was kind of like I'm in my Job season. Any of y'all out there know Job's story? Like Job, read in the Bible. It's really, really good story. Job was just like, basically Satan went to God and basically was like, look, what's up? What's cracking lacking, homie? And God's like, oh, here you go again. He like, look. I bet you if I do this and I do this to your boy Job, he'll turn against you. Yeah. And he'll despise you and he'll curse you and he won't like you and all this other stuff. And God like, all right, go ahead. You could do anything you want to do to him, but you just basically can't mess with him like that. So, he went through like all these trials and tribulations, had all this stuff that happened to him. But he basically couldn't just like mess with him, like, like kill him, nothing. He don't control life and death for anyway. But he couldn't do nothing. He couldn't, there was nothing that he could do to mess him up. Okay? But he messed up his life, his kids, he got ill and all type of stuff, his wife, and he just destroyed it all. Anybody out there going through that, like you in your Job season? Like, you got to understand the battle ain't yours, it's God's. And that's what I had to understand. Like, this is just a touch of it, baby. I was really going through it at the time. Sometimes I still do. But I just have to remember, it ain't my battle to fight. It's God's. I seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness and all these things going to be added. Yeah. To me, if I do it the right way. So that's one thing that I learned. And y'all bear with me because I'm tired today. But I'm going to finish this 21 days and shine bright like a diamond and tell you about the next thing that I learned, right? I got to walk into my season. Yeah, walk. Okay? Because I tried to run up into that thing. I was working, I was doing all this stuff. And then God was like, no, baby steps. And I'm not used to that. I told y'all, I'm doing 100 push-ups a day, 400 lower body movements, 400 upper body movements, 400 ab movements, 6, days a week. I'm running 4 to 8 miles a day, like for like 6 months straight, just working on me, working on my clothing, working on my food, working on everything. Didn't take no time out to relax, no nothing. I was just out here just doing what it is that I do, baby. And God taught me through this. No, you have to walk into this season. Yeah, you got to walk. You got to learn how to walk. Yeah, like literally take your time, relax. It's not that serious. This is just a touch of J. I learned that it's not that serious. I learned when I had to sit in the house and I couldn't go outside. Because remember I had that hyperosmia, that increased sense of smell that was like, I could smell 50 feet away. So, just going outside was just like, It was like I was in a bubble. Like I literally had to stay in the house. Nobody could cook. Nobody could, wear anything strong. Oh my gosh. No, we couldn't wash our clothes with nothing but baking soda. All of the dish detergent, the perfumes, everything. Like when they would brush their teeth, I would smell them just from being downstairs. They could be upstairs, washing their hair, all of that stuff. It taught me to value just the little things, and baby steps. Those pieces. It's not that serious. Enjoy the little things. So take the baby steps. So I learned that was dope. Then I also learned, walking into the season, different stuff. Like I said, you got different seasons of life, one step at a time. Elevation requires separation. I learned that. Okay? That elevation, you got to separate from the old things to elevate to the new things. I'm definitely different. Definitely different. Okay? Y'all know that. I'm not the same, and it's not all about, oh, God this and God that. It's not. I'm just a different person. This has made me just look at life, people, love, just, my children, just everything differently. This is just a touch of it, baby. I'm trying to put that out there pieces for you, right? I also learned that things, like I said, they can get really juicy when you're transitioning and you're going through stuff. Like really juicy, like you start seeing who there for you and who not there for you and just all type of stuff, and then every day is like, it's like Christmas, it's like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen today? Getting real juicy with stuff. And then I learned about reciprocity. Any of y'all out there, like, just kind of like, don't understand like the whole reciprocity thing? Like, what you reap, what you sow. Definitely. Like, this is what God just dropped on me, right? I'm doing what it is that he tells me to do. And he has people blessing me. Like the reciprocity, it's the exchange. Because God knows your heart. Like you can try to front for everybody else if you want to, and, paint a picture and, put this facade out there like you're somebody that you're not. But God knows exactly what's going on in your heart and your reciprocity. And it was very genuine. Okay, the love that I had for people and him. And what he did was he allowed me to get the reciprocity back. He allowed me to get it back. He says, I am not mocked. Okay, that's what his word says. He says, you will reap what you sow, good and bad. So I started getting a lot of good stuff. Like one girl was like, okay, one of my peoples was like, here, God told me to give you like 600. I'm like, what? Then another person gave me like 400. Doctors was giving me free appointments. Reciprocity. People I never ever thought that even cared. Was just putting the extended hand out there like, I don't know what it is, but God said, you needed somebody to talk to today. And they would contact me and they would hit me up on Instagram and Facebook. Oh my gosh, it's making me emotional right now because I just never thought, and the people that I want to, that I thought was there, wasn't there. Oh, I'll call you back. Don't call me back. I'm reaching out like, because this has humbled me to reach out, and God would tell me to, and then he would show me how they wouldn't be there. So I learned that too, the reciprocity. That a lot of times I was giving things to people I shouldn't have been giving that stuff to. You get in relationships and you think you doing what it is that you do. I talked about relationships yesterday, y'all. You get into those relationships and you think that, they're good for you. And sometimes you give too much of yourself, whether it's through a friendship or whatever, because that's just who you are. But this has showed me reciprocity is equal exchange. It's when someone can give you what you give them, the same energy. Okay, not less than. I learned that I'm that greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. Right. So see, if he's greater in me, then I need to think of myself as greatness. And sometimes when you do things and you give unto others, you don't look at the fact that they don't give the same to you because you're just so busy trying to please them. So I learned about reciprocity. Any of y'all out there going through that? Yeah, that's reciprocity. Okay, this is just a touch of J. Like God really doesn't get anything out of like people preaching his word. He gets things out of you praising him, the worship. Then he gives you the things that you need. When you get into his presence, he gives you his presence. Because it's reciprocity. It's equal exchange. Okay, so I learned about that. That was dope. Okay, now, brokenness. Can God use you in your brokenness? I learned about that. That he can actually use you in your brokenness. Yeah, this is just a touch of J. Like, see how I'm all like, I'm coming up out of this thing. But I was like 21 days ago, I was like really in a lot of brokenness. And every day was a different step, that I had to take. And he used me every day for 21 days to put it out there in pieces for y'all in my brokenness. So if you're going through anything, don't think that God can't use you in your brokenness. Don't think that you're worthless or that you're useless or that you don't have anything going on, because like I said, this is just a touch of J. I'm just trying to put that out there in pieces for you. I can tell you from my own experience that God can really like use you in your brokenness. So I learned that. I learned that you really got to let that light shine. Sometimes in my life, I know I'm really like a really like bright and bubbly like person, but I would be like afraid to kind of let the light shine. Because, like I tell you all the time, don't let nobody make you feel like you ain't thorough and wise, but people can be rough on you. So I would dim my light sometimes. So that they wouldn't feel so bad about their life or something like that. This is just a touch that we all do it, okay? I'm just putting it out there in pieces. So, I learned that. I learned about my diagnosis because I didn't know what was wrong. I didn't know that mold and fungus was growing in my house. I didn't know that I had it on the inside of my body. I had no idea that I didn't have any good bacteria, like none. Lactobacillus, like, oh my gosh. I didn't know that I had issues with bad bacteria in my stool, because of all these things that got inside of me through my lungs and stuff like that. Like, I didn't know, from my living environment. This is just a touch of it, baby. So I learned a lot about my diagnosis, but I learned a lot about health and nutrition and what you need for the body. Because I was out here like, shout out to all y'all vegans and everything, but I was out here like, no meat and no this. You need that. Yeah, you need certain stuff. Certain people, can live off, beans and things like that. But really, we don't really eat that. We don't need beans. We don't really eat seeds. We are really like meat eaters. And we have vegetables that are here and there. But a lot of vegetables, they are poisonous. And they give off oxalates and things like that you really don't need. And they wind up messing us up. Now, they'll help break down things, for proper nutrition. But it's not something that we need. You understand what I'm saying? And then y'all out there going through that, like you really feel like you need something, but you finding out that you really don't need it. Well, I did. I found out that I can eat like meat and I could survive off of certain things that God gave me that gives me zinc and it gives me phosphorus and gives me, the calcium and all this stuff that's in meat. All of these things. Now, I'm not trying to say you're supposed to be just out here just eating pork every day and all this crazy stuff. No. But there's a lot of nutrition that you get out of beef and that you get out of turkey. And I'm trying beef tomorrow, y'all. I ain't had beef in years. But I will get lactobacillus naturally through that. Okay, grass-fed beef. Like, there's a lot of different things that I'll be able to get through with my nutrition. So I learned a lot about Making Love in V's Kitchen and my diagnosis as far as that's concerned. So when I'm going to bring y'all different dishes now, they're not just going to just be like big macaroni and cheese and sweet potato this and that. They're going to be really, really dope dishes because God gives me these recipes to give to you guys. Okay, I'm talking about Making Love in V's Kitchen. But I've learned that, a protein goes with this and that goes with that. And this will enhance this and that will help your body with that. I learned a lot through this. And this is just a touch of J. I'm just trying to put that out there in pieces for you. All right. So we're going to skate on over to the left because I got a couple more. I learned that the change has come. Yeah, the change has come. Sometimes you just have these big events that change everything in life. And this was one of them. It had came and I knew it. I knew it when my job had laid us off. I was like, this is it. Because God had kind of kept telling me through the year. And I said, whenever my job laid me off, I'm just going to go forward with my career. But I never knew that this would happen along the way. That a change had to come. A change came, period, with everything, with me working out, with how I view my family, with how I view some of my friends, with my children. Like, this is a major change with health, with my cooking, with my writing, which is how I see life. A change has come. I'm totally a different person. Yeah, this is like dope, man. This is just a touch of J, baby. I learned that a change has come. Like, damn, I really am different, and I love it. I love who God has called me to be. I'm walking in my purpose. What else did I get? That it's okay to try new things. Oh my gosh, I had like a little secret fear sometimes with trying new things. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie and act like I didn't. Yeah, but I learned that it was okay because I got to try a new food. Basically, new foods that I never tried before, but then introduce foods that I have. And trying it again is different because I don't know how it's going to work with my system. Like, before it would be like, if I had to go to the doctor, they like, take this, you just take it. And you just like, you go to the GNC or whatever, and you just like, I need something that's going to help me with my muscle cramps, because I've been working out, just to touch that, baby, I need you to help me. They like, okay, I got you, no problem. You take it home, you just do it without no issues. You in the car trying to like, let me see how this work right now. Look, you at the gym, you trying new equipment and stuff. Like, I wonder if I try this machine with this, work on my arms and my legs and all that. It was okay then. But then when you go through this shock, okay, and you have this devastation that goes on. You can smell like 50 feet away, and you feel like things crawling all over you because histamine is releasing in your body, and it feels like you just got like, it feels like kind of you're losing your mind, but you still got to try new things. Any of y'all out there going through that? Like, you really going through something devastating happened, and you had to still in that try new things. So it made me stronger. It made me wiser, better, so much better. I made it, okay? Literally, like the song, never would have made it. Like, yeah, I made it. Like, yeah, I made it. It's different now. Okay, so I learned that, and that was dope. Okay, now, boom, we are on the next one. And the next one is that it's normal. I learned that things was normal. Because I used to be kind of like biased in certain ways. I ain't going to act like I wasn't when it comes to certain stuff. Like, that ain't normal. Who does that? In my naiveness. This is just a touch of J, baby. But I learned that things be normal. Like, what I'm going through, this is normal to some people. Some people live with histamine intolerance, and they literally can't eat certain things. It's normal. I learned that, sometimes relationships go up and down. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. Friendships and things like that. Sometimes you think people are there and they're not there. That's normal. I learned that, you got to take baby steps through life and stuff like that. It's normal. I learned a lot of different things that I went through was nothing but just normal. Okay? So if you going out there and you out there and you going through something, just know that it's normal. It's normal. That's all. Don't get yourself down. It's okay, baby. It's normal. This life. That's it. It's what happens. You just gotta. You don't have no choice but do what it is that you do, baby. And shine bright like a diamond every day. Or you just gonna fall apart in your normalcy. And you can't do that because it's normal. All right. So what else did I learn? Okay. It's all about what you think. All right, it's all about what you think, okay? As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he, okay? Seriously. Heart, mind, whatever's in your heart comes out of you. How you treat people, it's all about your heart. It's a heart issue. Anything you got going on with you on the inside, it's a heart thing. Okay? So it's all about that. Seriously. Yeah, all about what you think. So if you think you're going to be better, you're going to be better. Remember, I tell myself, I'm getting better and better and better in every way, every day. Okay? It's all about what you say to yourself. So I learned that, I kind of already knew that, but I really, really, through this challenge and this thing that I had going on, I really learned that. And I really put that out there in pieces for y'all to let y'all know that that's what it's about. Like, you really have to be careful of the things that you say to yourself. Okay? So that was dope, right? Then, okay, I learned that When you have a problem, there's an answer to every one of them. Yeah. Just the fact that you have a problem shows that you got an answer somewhere. God's just trying to put it out there in pieces for you. And I learned that if you listen to him guiding you, that everything will be okay. But if you don't, then you'll be out here lost by yourself. Yeah, if you doubt him, sometimes you start to sink like Peter. That's what he's telling me. Because Peter, when, one of the disciples, Peter was out there. Peter was his man, Jesus' man. He was right hand man, my right hand. That like the Drake song. Yeah, he was the right hand man. Okay, he was out there with him, doing what it is that he do. He cut somebody's ear off like, yo, you trying to mess with my boy? Jesus ain't going down like that. Right? But he had challenged him one day. He was like, Jesus, if that's you, let me walk out here on this water. And he was walking on the water and stuff. And he started to sink when he started to doubt a little bit, I learned that, a lot of that had to do with, listening. Yeah. Listening, because his faith started to go a little bit. He started to not believe. And you got to, when you listen, you believe. Like me, I'm listening to what God tell me to do now because I believe. It's just a touch of it, baby. I'm just trying to put this out there in peace for you. And then yesterday I learned about relationships. That some of them do, because I always tell you the predicament that you are in right now does not define your destiny. But sometimes when you're in relationships and things like that, they do. They define your destiny. You have to, walk through different areas of life with different people, and they move you on to the next step. And y'all got to check that out on episode 20. Now, what I just did was I went through every episode. That's what I learned through all the episodes. Yeah, those were all the names through the episodes. Right? So if you go through each one of my pictures, you'll see like the episode, how I titled the episode, and you see a picture of me and you'll see a description. And it said the news. And it'll say episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, all the way up to 20. I give you a brief summary of the first one. Then in the second one, I add the first one and the second one. And I tell you just a little bit about what I learned and what's going on. Right? So the first thing that I want to tell y'all is that did you even listen to episode 1 through 20, right, of my 21 days of podcasting? Right. So this is what I tell y'all. I said, Lord, it's getting juicier and juicier by the day, laughing out loud. Video recordings to secret confessions about my past. All I can say is don't despise small beginnings. Hi, haters, because y'all need this work too. Be strong and very courageous. The battle is God's, not mine. Walk into your season. And yes, it's getting real juicy. Reciprocity with a question mark. Elevation requires separation, especially in your brokenness, because God can use you, right? The light, walk into it. My diagnosis, it was all about making Love and Bee's kitchen. Yes, and it was. The change has come. I'm trying new things. 16 was about being normal with a question mark. 17 is all about what you think. Episode 18, the answers, it's always an answer to the problem, right? Number 19, episode 19, I listened. And episode 20 was about relationships. And this episode is just about everything that I learned through the whole 21 days. That's it. I got a chance to put it out there in pieces for y'all. I feel amazing. I learned a lot. Y'all got to figure out what happened. I don't know if I talked to y'all about my bath when I took the bath. Yeah, I did. I told y'all about the bath yesterday. I told y'all everything. I learned that I can just put it out there in pieces for you. Okay? That I really can just do that. That's what God wanted me to do. And you guys learned 21 things too. And more. You should be closer to me now. You should be like, okay, go back on it, check it out. Get into those pieces, baby. I think it was dope. Like I said, I'm kind of tired tonight, so I'm just like all over a little bit, but I'm trying to put it together for you, baby. I got to put it out there in pieces. All right, so y'all pray for me. I don't know what I'm going to do next. I have no idea. I might come tomorrow like this episode 22, child. I don't know. Well, I might start another something. I don't know. Y'all always come up with something, but you definitely will know that I'll be back when I got something else to say, okay? So whatever God puts out there for me to do, and I'm just going to do what it is that I do, baby. And I'm going to end this, okay? We're just letting you know that it's okay. Sometimes you just got to walk through life. You know, you got different seasons. You learn things about reciprocity. Just learn all this stuff about relationships. You learn everything. I just covered a lot of that in 21 days. Go back on it. Episodes, some of them are funny. Some of them are really touchy, you know. But I'm putting stuff out there in pieces for you. And if you listen from the beginning to now, you can see actually that I've changed some. You know, at first I was just like, hey, y'all, you know, it's just such a J, you know. Now I'm like, hey, y'all, it's just such a J, you know. Because I'm coming out of this thing. And you actually see that I'm coming out of it. You know, like you see the progression through it and everything. And God has something in store for me and you. Okay, so trust Him. You know, don't get down on yourself if you're going through anything. Be strong and very courageous. Take some of my pointers, some of the things that I've learned, and I'm going to go ahead and put it out there in pieces for you some more whenever I get a chance to. All right, so keep me in prayer. I'm keeping y'all in prayers. And how y'all want me to end this? Because I'm tired, child. I'm so tired, okay? Y'all want me to do it like this? I'm going to do it in my simple Jen Jackson Barry White voice. Okay? I hope y'all wasn't thinking this episode like episode 21 must go be crazy. It was just, look, just what I learned. It's very, very simple. Okay? So I'm going to end it like this. Who is this? Okay? I'm just doing it so simple. What is this? What is this? What is this? This is just a touch of J. Man, y'all know I put it out there in pieces for you, okay? So look, what is the last thing that I always tell y'all when I'm getting up out of this thing? I tell y'all, don't let nobody make you feel like you ain't thorough and wise. Please don't. Oh my gosh. Listen, been there, done that, okay? And it ain't what it's hitting for, baby. Don't do it to yourself. Okay? It's just whack. It's just corny, you know. And, you know, don't make yourself feel like you ain't thorough and wise. Please. Please don't. By doing crazy stuff. You know, just, you already know, look, it was 21 episodes of it. Check it out, okay? Get yourself together, all right? And the second thing that I tell y'all when I'm skating on up out of here is shine on them, 'cause they hate it, baby. Yes, they hate it. They hate it when you let this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. They don't like that. No, they don't want you to shine bright like a diamond. Shout out to you, Rihanna, if you listening, girl, because she out there shining bright like a diamond. Yes, woo, shine bright like a diamond. Every time I tell y'all that, I'll be in here dancing and stuff, just spin around like shine bright like a diamond. If you could just see me, child, I'll be in here killing it, okay? Because you know, mama, I do know how to dance. You know, I will drop a little, you know, so you this real hot. Yes, child, I know how to move that body. And for those of y'all who know that, don't you say nothing about my past, because you just touched it, baby. I used to be tearing it up in the club. But anyway, look, the last thing that I tell y'all is spread love, okay? Because it's the Brooklyn way, man. And this is just a touch of J. Y'all know I got to put that out there in pieces for you. Spread love, because the world needs love. And I don't know nothing else about that song except for that. But spread love. Man, please. Man, life is so short. I think if I learn anything, you know, besides believing and trusting in God more, that life is short, man. You can't take it for granted, man. Love the ones you're with. Check out that episode, okay? Just touch J. You know, I don't know which one it is. We on episode 321, child, season 3. All right, this is a lot of episodes out here. But I just learned that. I learned, though, too, Let me tell y'all what I really did learn. I learned that God is really like thorough and wise. Like how he just maneuvered this whole thing. Like how he led me to the people that gave me the DAO. But these people had a whole facility to gut health. And then he led me to certain people who are nutritionists and dietitians. And how people was there. Like I said, like I never thought some people would be there for me. That was there for me. And people I thought would be there was nowhere to be found. Okay, like it was just like a shocker. But God was just putting people out there. And I'm just like this. Oh my God. He was just like maneuvering situations. And child, I'm a believer. Look, I was a believer before, but now like I am confirmed. Like I understand, God will do it. He will do it for you. My hair coming back and everything, child. My hair fell out and thinned out. He just fixed it all right. Gave me everything that I needed. And then he told me what all this was before it happened. But I just didn't think it was that. I didn't think I had like leaky gut and all that stuff. I don't know. I didn't know why, but now I know why. But oh my gosh, it's just such a baby. I've really learned, to trust God. Maybe I had to put it out there in pieces for somebody just because y'all just needed to know that. Maybe somebody's really out there just struggling with certain stuff. And he just like, because it's never what you go through. It's never really for you. It's for other people. God, allows things to happen in your life a lot of times for other people. Yeah. So, I'm okay with that because for his glory, I'm going to win in the end anyway. This too shall pass is what he always tells me. And then he'll never put nothing on me that I can bear. That I can't bear. Okay. And y'all either. All right. So look, I'm up out of here. Okay. Lives changed. I ain't gonna keep on going on and on and on and on. And I'll be back. All right. I will be back. I promise. I will be back as soon as I got something else to say. I love my babies. Thank you for listening to 21 Days of Podcasting. Oh my gosh, I'm going to miss y'all. I don't even know. I'm going to have to come up with something else so I can talk to y'all and tell y'all the tea. Yeah, but listen, right now, just listen to all the episodes. Listen to all the episodes. I'm going to make sure they're getting played on Beat Break Radio, okay? The reruns and stuff like that so y'all can get them. Please share them. A lot of people are sharing them. They're like really dope, really inspirational, and this was the first part of my journey, I guess. This is the first part. Maybe I'll do a second part, like a second part or so. I don't know. Whatever God bring me, I'll put it out there in pieces for y'all. I love y'all. Take care. Be blessed. Keep me in prayer. I'm keeping you in prayer. Yeah, y'all, I got cut off real quick at the end, but I'm keeping you in prayer. All I wanted to say is this is just a touch of J. I love my babies. Listen to what's up next, all right? I'm just going to give y'all a quick recap of some of the songs that I put out there, through like the whole year. So check them out if you want to. All right, I love you guys. Have an amazing day on tomorrow. Bye. Hey y'all, this is just a touch of J. So look, we got like one more day left for this 21 days of podcasting, right? Yeah, y'all like that? Y'all like it when I do it like that? Y'all hear that in the background? Yeah, that's that work right there. I told y'all I got some stuff coming to y'all, right? Just listen to it. Yeah. Check out the songs, man. They up next. This is just a little sample. Because this is just a touch of J, baby. Y'all know I gotta put this out there in pieces for you. Y'all hear that? This is just a touch of J, baby. Coming at you, putting it all out there in peace. I just had to drop a bomb on like flex. Oh my gosh, this that work, baby. And baby, you know you fine, right? It's just a
Hey y'all, this is just a touch of J and I'm coming at you. Making love in V's kitchen. Y'all hear that? Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
You better download that Just a Touch of J app. J. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on 1 second. This is Just a Touch of J. Y'all remember them songs? Listen, I got another one for you, so stay tuned, right? Because all he needs is just a touch of J. That's what's up next, all right? I love my babies. Check it out. My baby like it when I do it like that. All he needs is just a touch of J. Pieces for you. Pieces for you. Y'all know I'm thrilling wise, right? All you need is just a touch of J. Ladies, y'all hear that? I just want to talk to y'all for a little bit. All you need is just a touch of J. All you need is just a touch of J. All you need is just a touch of J. Pieces for you. All you need is pieces for you. This is just a touch of J, baby. Come on. All you need is just a touch of J. Baby like it when I do it like that. Baby like it when I do it. Y'all know I'm feeling wise, right? My baby like it when I do it like that. Pieces for you. When I do it like that. Pieces for you. He like it when I'm rubbing on his back. Then I do my feet thing. Pieces for you. Pieces for you. This is just a touch of the J. Just a touch of the J. Just a touch. Pieces for you. Ladies, y'all hear that? He likes making love in V's kitchen. It's making love in V's kitchen. It's making love in V's kitchen. It's making love in V's kitchen. Pieces for you. All he needs is just a touch of J. All he needs is just a touch of J. Pieces for you. I love you, baby. Zucchini. Just a touch of J, baby. Y'all like it when I do it like that? Y'all better make sure y'all go over to Making Love in V's kitchen. My food thing. Oh my gosh. Y'all like it when I do it like that, baby. And my name is RONI76 on Instagram, baby. Lady, all he needs is just a touch of J. Y'all hear that? It's tell it fit, baby. Ladies, all he needs is just a touch of J. This is just a touch of J, baby. Y'all hear that? All he needs is just a touch of J. All he needs is just a touch of J. All he needs is just a touch of J. All he needs is just a touch of J. All you need is just a touch of the J. And make sure y'all download the Just a Touch of J app too. The links are in all the bios. Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the love of my life. You know you're fine, right? Hey y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? I got the pieces for you. Hey baby, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Yeah. Drizzy, let me get at him, boo. Oh my gosh. I don't know what these pieces. Y'all like that? Just a touch of the J. Just a touch of the J. I really don't know what these niggas is. Just a touch of the J. Just a touch of the J. Y'all hear that? Oh my gosh, yes. Y'all hear that? Talk to y'all for a little bit. Yeah. Hey y'all, this is just a touch of J, baby. Oh my gosh. Y'all hear that? I really don't know where these niggas be at. Where these niggas be at? Where these niggas be at?
Trying to
really
tell
don't
you.
know where these niggas be at.
I don't know where these niggas be at.
But I just want to talk to y'all.
Y'all like it when I do it like that? Man, I keep trying to tell y'all.
All you need is just a touch of the J. 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 Y'all like it when I do
I
it like
don't
that,
mess
baby?
with those niggas, man. Listen.
My baby like it when I do it like that.
These niggas be at. That's why I had
This
to
is
talk to
just a
y'all
touch
for a
of
little
the
bit,
J.
man.
Y'all like it when I do it like that? This is just a touch of the J. I don't know where these niggas be at. Y'all know what? I swear I don't know where these niggas be at. Baby. This is just a touch of J. And y'all know I'll be trying to put it out there in pieces for you. I don't even have time, ladies. You know what? Let me tell y'all something. That's your problem. Y'all be out here trying to find out, you know, where these niggas be at. This is just a touch of J, baby. I don't know nothing about where these niggas be at. Where these niggas be at? But have y'all been going over to my name is RONI76 on Instagram, baby? And make sure y'all download the Just a Touch J. Yeah. And y'all know y'all gotta scroll over to Making Love in V's Kitchen, baby. That's where I do my food thing. This is just a touch of J. I don't know where these niggas be at. But you know what I do know, y'all? This is just a touch of J podcast popping. I mean, popping. Just a touch of the J. Just a touch of the J. That's all I'm giving y'all, cause that's all you need. Oh my gosh, man. All you need is just a touch of the J. This is just a touch of J, baby. And y'all know I'll put it out there in pieces for you. I hope y'all like the new song, man. Shout out to Drizzy Drake. Yeah, for letting me get at him. Cause I mean, these niggas be saying they this place and that place. And I'm just trying to tell y'all that I really don't know where these niggas be at. Because, you know, I'm out here trying to focus. I gotta win. Ain't no time for that, man. Cause I gotta give y'all what y'all need. Just a touch of the J. Cause baby, you know you're fine, right? I'm sorry, y'all. I just gotta give a shout out to the love of my life. I need you to come and make love in V's Kitchen. Y'all, I'm trying to tell y'all something. Just a touch of the J. Just a touch of the J. Just a touch of the J. All he needs is just a touch of J. And all you need is just a touch of the J. Hey y'all, this is just a touch of J, baby. What y'all out there doing? Y'all out there shining on them cause they hate it, baby, living your best life, huh? Doing what it is that you do? Well, listen, mama gotta drop a dime on y'all, but I want y'all to listen to the song of the week, right? Yeah, it's a remake, you know, with just a touch of J to it. Alright, let me know what y'all think. Call in, alright? Yeah, full songs are gonna be coming up soon, and make sure y'all go over to Making Love in V's Kitchen, baby, and check out the Just a Touch of J app too. Mama just dropped the sweet potato brownie recipe for y'all on the Just a Touch of J app. Y'all want that? Trust me, I know you do. All right, listen to the songs. They up next. Y'all hear that? Yeah, man. some brownies. She prepared brownies for you, baby. Thanks for listening to the Just a Touch of J podcast, baby. I love you guys. I'm just trying to put it out. I'm just trying to put it out there in pieces for you. I'm just trying to put it out there in pieces. Tell y'all this is just a touch of trying to put it out there in pieces for you. What's up, y'all? Did y'all like that? Yeah, man. I just want to talk to y'all for a little bit. Y'all gotta make sure y'all go over there, making love in Beats kitchen, baby. Cause I'm definitely putting it out there in pieces for you. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Oh my gosh, man. Oh man, this beat goes so hard, baby. Yeah, I keep trying to tell y'all this is just a touch of J, baby. Y'all know that y'all can really just rock with this. Y'all know I put this out in pieces for you. Significant others. Yeah, y'all can just chill to this one right here. Yeah, man. This beat goes so hard, baby. Y'all hear that? It's called the box. What do y'all know about the box? Yeah. Don't forget to make sure that y'all go over to Making Love in Beats kitchen, baby. Make sure y'all scroll around and grab a taste. And baby, you know you fine, right? I'm sorry, y'all. I just had to give a shout out to the love of my life. Yeah, you know who you are. I need you to come and make love in Beats kitchen, baby. Little zucchini. Yeah. Matter of fact, make sure y'all keep checking that out over at Making Love in Beats kitchen. Cause got some new healing that's coming to y'all. Yeah. I love you guys. Again, this is just a touch of J, right? I'm just trying to put it all out there in pieces for you, baby. Y'all hear that?